I think you should turn every ship into the game into a monitor.
Or 2 compartments.
Only monitors.
I still want
The
to
rectangle is the most natural shape in nature. Everyone knows this intuitively.
All ships
That's why
eventually
all
evolve into monitors.
The crab, but in space.
The crab brick.
It is the optimal shape.
Okay, hello, and welcome to match number 2 of the weekend event. We're doing more Testulous here on the Afterbirth patch. Team 1, ANS, Team 2, OSP, Duke of Stars, Quiz, 6-Stack, Vault, and Corbeau on Team 1. Rain, Lobster, Sunflower Girl, and Subtle Hubris on Team 2. We are here on Gold Rush. I don't remember if I said that. I'm really bad about remembering whether or not I said the maps, so I repeat them sometimes. Looks like OSP is going for Delta Echo and top of the map control, which is going to lead into Alpha Control and possibly a roll into Bravo, whereas ANS is going for the opposite side of the map, Bravo Charlie. And they don't have that much deployed above or below the map, so they might be trying to play around, fuck games around all the cover here in the middle of the vertical plane here on Gold Rush. Just waiting on 6-Stack to ready up. Fortunately, I have a wonderful new editor who is 3 cats in a trench coat and not a person, and that's probably why they're able to do this so effectively, because they're 3 cats, which has made the videos come out extremely fast. Found someone who actually really enjoys and is pretty good at video editing, so my mental energy problems related to doing that work have been solved. Okay, we dropped down here with Sunflower Girl, who has a S2 bulk freighter with 2 nearly naked capping shells. All right, I have no idea what's inside this. These names are not informational. Okay, but it's one. There is 2. Right, there's 2 offensive missiles here, but almost all, like 80% of the payload here is from 1 missile. So we'll see what happens here. Vrin's rocking 1 plasma monitor with a couple 100 cannon support weapons. Someone had a car drive by their microphone. Vrin has a 250 bulk freighter with some decoy containers on the back, yes, as well as some support gun shuttles for capturing points. Lobster looks to be rocking a cap fleet. No surprise there. We have... Oh, no. Hold on. Nice! We've got a wing of Arsenal tugs. Semi-active. Lobster's also got... Okay, this is not a cat fleet. This is small ships, but this... These things have fangs. I was looking for a pithy thing to call them, but I didn't find that. Oh well. Rocket shuttles. Supported by jamming. Yeah, so 2 wings of rocket shuttles and 1 wing of Arsenal tugs and 1 EWR tug for detecting and spotting and trying to figure out where to send these dangerous little gremlins. Subtle Hubris, 1 monitor blob, 5 ships, C90s, T30s. Wow, just C90s and T30s, no plasma on these? And jamming. Okay, those monitors want to get in there and fight, but they don't want to fight anything big. We'll see how that goes. 6-Stack Vault has been booted from the game, so I'm pretty sure Corbeau's going to get these ships since he has the fewest. Currently has 2 voxels with S2H backpacks with 3 missiles. It's a lot of missiles. Duke of Stars has a battleship, 450's double interrupt. And actually has some flak on these too, presumably to try and deal with rocket shuttles. Duke saw what happened last game. Those rocket shuttles get in, you are dead. So he's got the stone walls and a couple defenders as well. Probably gonna be relying on soft kill for like real missiles. We'll see how this works. OSP does have S2s. Usually OSP doesn't really bring much in the way of missiles. So greeting on the hard kill works pretty well. Sunflower does have the S2 spam. They gotta be cheap to have that many. Well, I don't think, if this is a backline ship, those S2s are never going to reach it anyways, so it wouldn't even matter. No, it's got a parallax, Citadel CIC, and an aux steering in the nose. Oh yeah, that's a frontline ship. Duke Star is also escorting that vessel with 2 floodlight sprinters for anti-jam capabilities. That's going to be good for dealing with the shuttles and the monitor blob. Quiz. Rocking a cap fleet, presumably. Hopefully that's what this is, and this isn't a pseudo cap fleet like the last one was. We've got beam ship with some jammers, defenders. Yeah, this is the standard goalie beam vessel. 1 spy frig, 1 currently getting booty blasted torpedo and gun sprinter with 2 more of those, and then 2 naked ships for throwing onto capture points. 6 stack vault, whose ships are now owned by, yeah, Corbeau. Has 250 experts? Why do you have these? 250 and beam experts with rebounds, defenders, and blankets. Alright, 1 FPA, that's also very concerning. In the meantime, I'll be going through all that. OSP is secured Delta and Echo, ANS is secured Bravo and Charlie, and they've also got the midpoint on Alpha, and they've got pretty good shape to control it. Both, looks like I was wrong about where they were planning on heading. They sent their Bravo fleet over to the left side of the map on this Bravo Echo line. They're in a position to control the Alpha point, but they can also pressure Echo, and all of OSP's combat fleet is over here on Echo. So these ships are going to be boxing and brawling pretty much most of the match. I don't think OSP has anything to deal with this battleship, though. Yeah, they don't have any plasma. And they got rocket shuttles, but not a huge volume of them to where they can just like walk through the concentrated fire of the opposing force. They're also pretty spread out. And the monitors have C90, but that's not really enough. There's not even any 450 on this team. Oh right, Bryn does have a plasma ship. 1 single plasma bulk freighter is parked behind the Echo point. Oh man, that makes me a little nervous over there. Quiz with a beam out on Lobster's shuttles. They are, like we saw in the last game, able to just dodge the beam. Simply fly away for it. Rocket's out! Oh, it's on a sprinter though, and it's one of Quiz's sprinter, and this is about 3.5 kilometers. So yeah, those are all gonna miss. That's only 2.5 kilometers, man. That's still miss. Good dodge. Big battles, kind of stalematey. Both teams are getting shape on each other. So yeah, let's keep watching the cap war over here. More rockets just barely missing that sprinter. And this beam destroyer desperately trying to get a beam onto this shuttle, but he just can't get his nose aimed right. It actually looks like the track quality isn't good enough. He doesn't have a lock because of the jamming, and the track quality is not good enough for the beam to get a land on the body of the shuttle. Being glonked out due to all the rockets. This thing's gonna have to back off. It's only got 1 restore. Spectator's doing a really good job of supporting this cast by keeping an eye on the munitions. This is a very important part of the beam versus rockets engagement. I'm trying to keep an eye on everything else. They've got those updates very much. Thank you for that. S2 Arsenal tugs out on one of the spy frigs. And it really needs that vision if they're going to deal with all these small ships. Yeah, RPF ain't gonna save you versus that. Glonk. Dead. It's one dead spy frig. Now the torpedo sprinter coming over here to support this fight on Charlie, getting good land. Oh my goodness. Got no point defense on either of these rocket shuttles. Going to cause them to suffer immensely versus those torpedoes. Gone Syrup ruined and the cache is dead. And it's going to be able to hold on to that Charlie point yet. Beam out and just finish that off. Ooh, missile strike on the nettle. Nothing doing though. It's like the battleship has found something to shoot at. Ah, monitor. It's managed to poke its head out and is getting a face full of 450. For its trouble. Not too much fire though. It's not going to add up super fast. I'm going to get behind cover. It can heal up that nose to almost full. Yeah, there it goes. Arsenal Togs out in space. Where are these going? These are, yeah, about to die horribly to voxels. I don't even need to spin the missiles. You can just HE and RPF these. Just smitheroonies. Sun drives in the Arsenal Tugs. Okay, that's clever. So it seems like... Okay, I think what this is another attempt to just dumpster dive the backline of ANS with fast OSP vessels. And immediately destroy them, thusly winning the game in the first 4 minutes, because ANS does indeed need its backline ships. You can't just lose all those. Oh, free. These tugs are not it. They're gonna get, with the 450 vessels not having anything to shoot at and the tugs being tugs, they're gonna get RPF'd and stunned, and then the 450 is gonna come in and just obliterate these little rectangles. Must be gonna have to get something done there. About 80 points behind. They only have the Echo and the Delta points. They don't have hardly any map presence. Their push onto Charlie got deflected. The Arsenal Tugs have now been hurt, we'll say. Very hurt. And about to be completely dead. Monitor's trying to get something done around the lower side of the map, maybe taking this opportunity to push onto the Bravo point. S2 volley out. That is a pretty small S2 volley. Command validated? Oh, bro. And an energy drive, I think. So these are being direct fired. I'm not really sure what. No, they're being cruise fired. Okay, so the command validation literally doesn't work on cruise fired missiles. Which makes me very sad. AMM's coming. Going to mostly miss. Womp womp. These aren't even following their cruise path. What is going on? Or is that... Oh, I think that's a currently plotted cruise path? No, because these have been released from their original fire. Yeah, so either the cruise path painting is wrong, or... No, they definitely weren't part of TRP. Or maybe they were, because TRP doesn't dogleg like that. Like it'll when it paints the line, it draws to the TRP and then terminates. Weird. We're gonna have to keep a close eye on that. See what's going on. Maybe they don't always do that, and I just put my TRPs really close to things. TRP gaming is truly a mystery. We'll find out later. Hopefully this Bulk Predator gets a little closer to the action. You really gotta be aggressive with your positioning on those. Rockets out on One of the experts, Beacon of Light, takes a little bit of damage, takes a lot of damage. Good, not calling me out, very cruel. Big damn on those. Yeah, these have got to be TRP fired. I think you're right, and I've just never noticed that it actually draws the second part of the path. But there's... I don't know, these tracks are really weird. Like, what is this angling? I can see them just being like normal cruise path too. We'll have to ask that question in the after action report. Unfortunately, this vessel is just going to be... I think this sprinter's just going to fly out of angle. The basket. This also seems kind of long range for us, too. Yeah, it just flies out of the basket. Ta-da! And the other ones are gonna out of range. Oh boy.
My Neb did the funny where it crashes my entire computer.
Yep. We got some. Now we got some command missiles with wake validated out. See, okay. This is the TRP style I'm used to. You see what I'm talking about? Where you have a TRP and it terminates at the TRP and then the command turns to the target. I wonder if it's command primary is what causes that style of TRP, and then it's command validated does a different kind of TRP path painting. Okay, these are all gonna out of range. Alright, sorry everyone, missiles are what interests me most about Nebulous Fleet Command. All these silly billies and their gun battleships are for the birds. So while we've been playing around and watching the missiles and trying to figure out what's going on with the cruise path painting, the monitors have pushed out of the echo point and are heading after the battleship. Haven't really done that much damage to it though. The C-90 on its own is kind of anemic. And even getting some deflections on this bow tanking ship. Has lost its nose thrusters though, which is annoying. Can confirm. You do want to be able to fly your vessels. The monitors on the flip side are getting degraded a little bit, losing a little bit of firepower. They're going to be losing more firepower here before too long. They're swinging out, and they might get trapped by this cavalry spike beam ship over here covering the alpha point. Huge S2 volley out on the delta point, but Quiz with an even more colossal volley of AMMs. Able to handedly deflect that. The light cruisers are going into the back line. They're going to try to track down this missile ship and put it in the grave. The battleship's still fine. Monitor's still dying. That's going to be a low and boring battle. We don't need to watch that. The voxels are coming over here. Looks like they're going to kill the tug. We do have missiles out on the voxels, though. And we're going to maybe get the beam experts onto the monitors here shortly. Maybe. But I got to watch these S2s kill a guy. Oh, the RPF might do it. Oh, one of the voxels is firing HE instead of RPF with these missiles. I'm not sure how that happens. Oh, and the shaft, not really enough. Bonk. That's the front end of the Moriak. Downed. That was not much damage, though, considering how many missiles that was. Well, the S2 Bulker is gonna die. Primary with active secondaries. HEKPs. Oh man, these are some very expensive missiles to lose to AMMs. Oh, that hurts. But I think this ship is out of anti-missile capabilities. Oh, and the wake going for one of the wake particle trails in the back of the voxel. Or the Ocello. What's going on with the monitors? Yeah, same thing. Liner, man, dude. I'm glad someone here's commentate these games. I'm just the background noise. I hope people have been watching chat instead of listening to me because Jesus fucking Christ. And these commands not gonna be seduced by the chaff. Corbeau dumping missiles just as fast as Sunflower is. Very silly to see this. Oh boy. That's pretty painful. And it's still, like, relatively speaking, that's just not much damage. These have got to have, like, no warhead in them. These got to be, like, 2 or 3 warhead size. Rockets coming in, and nothing doing on those, though. Yeah, Corbeau's missile's not really able to do anything against the bomb out here, either. This is a unbelievably cursed battle that we're bearing witness to. Tons of missile hits, none of them doing any damage. Well, I mean, they're doing some damage. It's just, like, really low relative to what you'd normally expect from a missile volley of that size. Rin is dipping out, Selhubris is dipping out. Okay, the monitor's realizing they literally can't do anything about this. Yeah, OSP has surrendered. They had no weapons with which to kill a battleship, and they lost. I don't know. That was a weird game. I guess they did have the one plasma bulker, but you can't really get in range of a battleship if your opponents are playing halfway competently. There we go. $50,000 voxels. 8 out of the extras. I don't think we have that much to say about that game. Plus, we didn't really have much in the way of map presence, and they also didn't have much in the way of combat power, so they just kind of lost.
Good game, everybody.
Game.
Great job.
But not having a craft test.
Yeah, we had to plan to control the sound of the map because usually when you play Gold Rush, it gets stuck to the side. You usually lose the game.
Yeah, we understand. It was my first time on Gold Rush.
Mine too, actually.
Mine too.
Same. I mean, on ANS that felt hectic and like I was always behind events, but part of that is the 2 fleets thing.
Once
I did not do
it's
those
really
extras
hard to
justice.
dislodge the beams, I think.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I think I probably could have dislodged the beams if I had better positioning. I think I definitely messed up.
Not with command missiles.
Oh, no?
No.
I guess it would be hard to get a check of them, yeah. I need to think more about my fleet.
Maybe I need to
Yeah,
give more RPF to my voxels because I ran out and I feel like I've never done that before.
well,
Part of why
how
my
much
missile
do
defense
you
off.
bring?
400 rounds.
Hmm.
800.
That's usually enough. But I guess usually you don't have so many shuttles to deal with.
Alright, let's ready up and get going. We got Dramus, who's unreadied. That's pretty much it. What's this
Honestly,
out?
the
We can
big
go
thing
over to
that
the next
game
one.
felt to me like
Why
they
are we-
just
okay.
ran away from the pentabrick. And running away from the pentabrick is good.
Yeah, no, that's smart.
Well,
Do not converse
You-
with pentabrick.
I mean, we were kind of deathballing, right? So we had two frontline fleets, and both were in the same place. So you ran away from that. And then I couldn't really contest caps because rocket shuttles by themselves aren't really built for that. You need better sensors. And the MLS2 bulker also couldn't do anything because you ran away from that as well. And you can't really do cruise shenanigans with command.
Aha!
I will say that we had intended to hard commit the CLs to E side, specifically to screen the battleship from threats.
That was
But
quite smart,
CLs
actually.
are fast enough that they can just cross the entire map, and they did when they discovered that would be a really, really bad idea to try to live on E.
So Mazer has answered our question. Sorry to interrupt the AAR, but the question about the missiles has been answered. Our last best guess was correct. It looks like command primaries with TRPs will waypoint path to the TRP and then hand over to the seeker. But beam seekers will, that's everything that is in command, will draw dogleg waypoints and set the endpoint like normal direct fired cruise does. Got it. Cool. Thank you. Thought I was losing my mind. I guess that means I've only ever TRP'd with command primaries. Alright, we're going to start setting up for the next match there. I will see you in the battle space. Bye-bye.